Hi everybody, and welcome to InTheYucatan.com. I'm Keith Heitke, your host for today. Today we're looking at a house in Santiago neighborhood. This is called La Cochera. Let's go in and take a look. Welcome to La Cochera. The reason it's called La Cochera is actually this was the coach house for the house next door. It was divided in two, and what we have is this beautiful big limestone floor here. So what was done in this house, the owners really completely rethought everything. The house had its original bones, all the high ceilings, the beautiful tile floors all the way through, but everything was completely rethought, so it was a much more modern feel. So what we can do here is actually take a look at the rest of the house. There's a really nice flow to the house. A lot of the houses originally were just really chopped up, and you would try to keep the most formal part of the house at the front, and that's really the only part that anybody ever saw. Well, of course, now we want to reconfigure houses so that they look out into the backyard and deal with the beautiful tropical nature that we have here all year long. So let's head into the next room. This is sort of a transitional room, and off of this room, along with all these beautiful old doors, this is the first bedroom. And this contains the floor of the original Cochera. It's got the beautiful giant limestone floor here, lots of beautiful doors, and also the high ceilings go all the way throughout this house, which tells us it was built for a family that had a lot of money. So as we walk through this area, you really can't even get an idea of what this used to look like. This was, again, because the house is 160 years old, there's all this history to the house. And what happened here is they had actually made a second floor, and they had all these little rooms that people were living in. Well, the owner got rid of all of that, and now we have these huge tall ceilings in here. We actually have a door to one of the bathrooms here, and then also the pantry. Right around here is the kitchen. So in this kitchen, you have a lot of cement, but what you have here is a really beautiful kitchen that feels like you're really outdoors. All the modern conveniences, but also it has a really classic feel to it as well. The original kitchen to this house was actually a tiny little place in the backyard. This is very much how anybody who had money lived. Only the maids and everybody that helped them went into the kitchen. The people of the house never went in there. So obviously this is completely rethought. And what you have here is a beautiful area where you can go and have your morning coffee right outside here. So it's completely wide open and definitely part of the house. From the kitchen, we actually pass right through this beautiful hallway into the living room area. And this is the largest room in the house, as it always was. However, it's now on the back of the house. So it really is beautiful looking out onto the patio, and the whole patio becomes part of the living room. So what we have here is a very high ceilings that go all the way through this house, and then through these big old doors that are original is the bedroom. So when you're asleep, you can close the doors and you have all your privacy. During the daytime, you just keep it wide open with all the rest of the living area. This also looks out onto the little patio as well, and out into the backyard too. And here we are in the master bathroom. Again, the bathrooms that in any of these houses would have been a tiny little place. This is now wide open. What we have here is a really beautiful private little garden in the bathroom. This is a tub area, which is also the shower area. You can fill that right up, and it's a beautiful tub. And everything is brand new in here. It's the way that we live nowadays, with lots of glass, lots of open space. And here we enter into the beautiful backyard. The backyard was always a service area in the past, and here we had to completely rethink it. So everything is really beautiful back here. It's very tropical. You can come outside every single day of the year. There's a really large swimming pool back here. The person who owns this house really wanted to have a large swimming pool, so it's taking up most of the yard. But what you have is all around the edges this beautiful tropical foliage, and then the house itself in the background. Thanks for joining us on InTheYucatan.com. I'm Keith Heitke, your host. Join us again next time when we visit another beautiful house in the Yucatan.